Traditional, well, you don't get traditional with me. You get what you get and you like it. There are some rules. First of all, charge your glasses.
Oh, yes.
So if your glass is empty, you better get it charged now and fill it up to the brim.
There's whiskey on the table if you want some whiskey.
You're going to need
yourself. There's whiskey here. People need things.
So with your glasses charged, you need to know the rules of this speech.
Yes.
Whenever you hear the bard's name, or even his title, or any other excuse, just raise a glass and say, for example, if I say Burns, you would raise a glass and say, to Burns. Let's see if I've got the hang of it. To Burns.
To Burns. You're going to be smart.
So be sure and not miss any opportunities to raise a glass. Okay? Got it?
Yes.
So usually in Immortal Memory, to Rabbi Burns. Will consist of someone waxing lyrical about the romantic poet. The romantic poet. He was, and how he was always such a ladies' man.
Ladies' man.
To the ladies' man.
This could take all night.
Quoting such lines as, "Oh, my love's like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love's like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. To the sweetest hours that e'er I spent among the lassies all." Or the words he wrote to a friend, according to Arthur Thompson in the book The Burns We Love.
Oh, Burns.
I myself can affirm, both from bachelor and wedlock experience, that love is the alpha and the omega of human enjoyment. So it's obvious he was a bit of a ladies' man, and I'm not denying that.
Ladies man.
Ladies' man. See how the ladies got that one? I want to emphasise another facet of his character, that he was also a man's man. And we can see that strong in his work. A man's a man for all that. What though on hamely fare we dine, wear hodden grey and all that, gave fools their silks and knaves their wine. A man's a man for all that. And my favourite stanzas, you see yon birkie called a lord, who struts and stares and all that. Though hundreds worship at his word, he's but a couth for all that. It's a great word, couth, isn't it?
To the couth.
You can't make stuff up, Susie.
Sorry, I must apologise. You'll do anything for the drink.
So it's a great word, couth. It means fool or simpleton, a dim-witted fellow, or as we say in Glasgow, an idiot, a numpty, a larmer.
To the Egypt.
With words like that, you would think Bobby was Glaswegian.
Robbie.
To Bobby. Not only was he a man, but he was a proud Scotsman. And no better poem emphasises that than the one I want to recite shortly with your help in his memory. But firstly, I want to speak a wee bit of what it's like to be a Scotsman. I myself am a bit of a poet, as some of you may know. I got myself into a spot of bother with my fellow Scots when I wrote a poem called Coming Out. That's nothing to do with me wearing a skirt, okay? The full title is Coming Out, I'm a Scottish England supporter. And the first 3 verses, or 15 verses, we'll just do the first 3, they go like this. First of all, you must understand, I'm Scottish. I've got tartan blood through and through. When I speak, I say, "Och aye." And most of my life, I drank iron brew. as we watched the World Cup on the telly, I gave myself such a fright. I found myself get excited and for England starting to fight. I was taught we don't like the English ever since I was a wee lad. But when I shouted, "Come on, England!" it wasn't all that bad. Anyway, enough of my stuff. That was just to say, because of that poem, I lost my Iron Brew privileges. My Scottish passport was revoked. And worst of all, the one that hit me the hardest was a young man, and he's a relative, and not a close relative, it's what we say in Glasgow, related through drink. And on social media, he quotes your man to your man. And says, "War will be a traitor knave." Oh, that cut me deep. But it was my own fault. I was carried away with all the World Cup hype. I don't know what I was thinking. Now back to the bard. And to the very work that comes from, the very work that line comes from, which I would like to help me recite Scots Wi' Hay. About 30 years ago, when I was in primary 7, I entered a Rabbie Burns competition reciting Scots Wi' Hay. I came in second. And the teacher told me the reason I came in second was I said the poem was by Rabbie Burns. What I should have said, it was by Robert Burns. Robert Burns. Whew. Well, I don't know. I didn't know that was his name. Robert Burns. Sorry, it's the whiskey kicking in.
Robert Burns.
Robert Burns. He was always Rabbie to me. Besides, that's what the teacher said his name was.
What was his name?
Now, this poem's a wee bit of a rant, like many of his works. In fact, he called himself Ranting Rab. Ranting Rab. It's set in the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314.
Bannockburn.
Very good.
1314 was the year, it wasn't the time. So it was quite a while ago. And that was the last time we beat the English at anything. This was written as a speech given by Robert the Bruce. That's close enough. To the kilted Scottish warriors as they were on the battlefield at Bannockburn facing the English. Just to help us immerse us in the scene, well, let's just take a moment and close our eyes. Could we just close our eyes for a minute? And I want you to invoke the spirit of a Scottish warrior. Okay, we're all going to become Scottish warriors this evening. And when I start to recite the poem, you can open your eyes now. We'll start with Scots Wi' Hay, and you're going to reply, "Wi' hay." Like a Scottish warrior. Okay, let's try that. Scots Wi' hay. Flippin' heck, that wasn't bad. But I did notice some of the English folk when they saying anything. I want you to remind you, I supported England in the World Cup. So for one night, you can be a Scottish warrior, okay? Then at the end of the poem, I'm going to repeat the first verse. And when we get to the last word, victory, we're all going to shout it out, victory. Let's try it. Victory! That was okay. Then we'll follow up with these words. Alba gu bra.
Alba Gubra.
Alba Gubra. You start chanting that. Okay, say it at least 6 times. Okay, got it? Scots We Hae by Robert Burns.
Robert Burns.
Scots We Hae.
Way!
We Wallace bled. Scots one Bruce has aften led. Welcome to your gory bed, or to victory. Now's the day, and now's the hour. See the front, O battle lower. See approach proud Edward's power. Chains and slavery. War will be a traitor knave. War can fill a coward's grave. War sae base as be a slave. Let him turn and flee. War for Scotland's king and law. Freedom's sword will strongly draw. Freeman stand or freeman fall. Let him follow me. By oppression's woes and pains, by your sons in servile chains, we will drain our dearest veins, but they shall be free. Lay the proud usurpers low, tyrants fall in every foe, liberties in every blow, let us do or die. Scots we hae!
We hae!
We Wallace bled, Scots one Bruce has aften led. You're welcome to your gory bed, or to victory!
Victory!
Alba Gubra!
Alba Gubra! Alba Gubra!
What does it mean? It means Scotland forever. To the immortal memory of Robert Burns.